Hey Gen Max, how you doing? Welcome to Casa Tropicale, at least the way it stands now in late April of 2026. We are past the halfway point in construction, I guess, and I wanted to do this update because just in a couple of days, Kat and I are going to be driving north with the pups, with Blossom and Butters, and we're going to be leaving this construction site for about 3 weeks, which definitely scares me because I'm not going to have eyes on it. And so for the last couple of weeks, I've been coming back here about every 3 or 4 days. So definitely every weekend and usually once during the week too. So I'm going to give you an update on what's going on. We've got some solar going on the roof. We've got the pool is under construction. It's, it's coming along. Lots of plaster on the walls. They're starting to put in the ceilings. So let's go ahead and get a quick tour. So this is the entrance gate. I think we're going to be painting this turquoise, and it will of course have an automatic entry arm. So you're going to push a button to get in and you come into the property. We'll be doing a lot of landscaping along here. Over here will be the parking area, or at least part of the parking area. And of course we still have the horse. You come up to this gate that divides the property in half, which I'll be doing a video about soon. It is a banana leaf design. And then you'll come around here and head towards the front door. We've got some colors here. The yellow on the far right is the color that we'll have over the entire, or the majority of the house. So this is the future front entrance, and it's going to be 2 stories tall, balcony on the top floor, and then this entrance, and it's going to be made of this brick. And we've been waiting on this brick for about a month now. The supplier kept telling us, next week, but it finally showed up this week. It is a brick that is kind of like the seconds, I guess, when they're making the brick. It is the brick that got a little bit too overcooked. So it's got a little more distressed look to it. And it is a material, so it's kind of like creative reuse or something like that, I guess, using material that otherwise might not get used. So you can see they've only laid the first level here. Lots more to come. They were just doing this when I got here today. So exciting that it's starting to come together. And then when you walk through this area, you'll be going and up to the beautiful front doors that we have, and then into the living room. Okay, so you've got the beautiful front doors, and then you walk inside, and the idea is you'll see right past the living room here, and these doors can be opened 100%, and they'll just be glass doors. And you'll be drawn right out to the pool and the garden. So that is kind of the centerpiece here is going to be the pool, the garden, and then a Palapa structure behind here with some nice big fluffy chairs and a family dining table on this side. And also passive solar or solar panels, black solar panels for the pool on the back side of the Palapa structure. But let's go back in here. So this is going to be the kitchen with a nice curved bar top here. TV over here. We've been told with an Airbnb that you should definitely have a TV, at least one. So there's going to be one in the living room, maybe one in the primary bedroom. And then just your standard kitchen with an electric stove top here, a convection oven and induction stove top over in this area here. We will also have a dishwasher next to that. So got to have all the conveniences of home. And then we'll head over here. This is the living room. So we'll have a couch. We haven't purchased the couch yet. Still looking for a couch for over here. Air conditioning unit will be above that, up top here. And then over into the entry area, just off the entry area to the left, there is a small half bath right here with a really cool sink that we just purchased last weekend, 2 weekends ago in San Jose del Cabo. Also, the primary bedroom off to the left. It's really much darker in here. It's a very different feel in this room because of all the vegetation that's in front of this room. So this room really has kind of a tropical jungle feel to it because the vegetation is right outside. I'm glad we had them put in this window though to get a little bit more breeze and a little bit more light into this room. Over here we've got the future master or primary bathroom. Yeah, it's going to have a small bathtub. It's not quite a normal bathroom's width, so we had to get a special bathtub to be able to fit on the end down here. So toilet's moving over some, and we'll have a nice big vanity here. There's Butters. Butters, say hi. The ceiling. So the ceiling is finally starting to come together, and you can see these holes up here. There are going to be wood beams that go across the ceiling. So the support in the structure is going to be these big wood beams that go all the way across the first floor. And then what they'll have, this isn't the right pattern, so I'm not sure why they started this way. I think they were trying to figure it out. But between the beams, there will be this wooden kind of crosshatch here. I put this on the ground here so you can take a look. But this is the general idea of what will be between the beams is this this pattern here. I don't know if that's like a herringbone pattern or something, but yeah, they're trying to figure out how to get this exactly perfect. It's definitely not an easy task that they've got ahead of them, but that'll be going all the way across the ceiling here and also in the living room. Over here we have some closets, so including closets that can lock so that Kat and I can store our clothes here while it's an Airbnb. So guests can have part of this closet area and we can have the other part. On this side, we've got a desk going into the corner, dog door down here you can see, so Butters can come and go as he pleases, and desk, and then with a TV. Can't remember where we decided to put the TV. I can't remember if we decided to put it over there or over there. I think it's over here. So TV on like a little telescoping arm so it can come out into the room a bit. But once again, we've got these doors that slide into pockets on the end. So this will be able to open up completely to this area here, which is kind of more indoor-outdoor living. There'll be screen along all this section here. These two sections will be screened in with just really big pieces of screen is what I'm imagining, with a door in the screen here so that folks can go up to one of the bedrooms up this way, or they can go over here. There'll be some furniture, outdoor furniture here. They can use the other stairway. Once again, a screen door here. They can use the other stairway to get up to the other bedroom. I'll take you guys upstairs in just a moment here. But yeah, so they've created this new staircase down so it opens up into the yard. Before, this was all very enclosed. There was this wall here continued along here, and now it's all opened up so you can go directly out to the pool. I'm going to do a quick aside here. When the guys first started constructing this step, it was, I think that's like an 8-inch step. Each of those was 8 inches. They had something here. They had to do an 8-inch step because they had this level up here and this level over here, 16 inches. So 8-inch steps, 8-inch step, 8-inch step, 8-inch step. And then the last one they had was like a 5-inch step because that's where the ground level was. The plans showed, the top level as like 0 and then -8 inches, -8 inches, -8 inches. But they forgot to put something on the plan that said it was one more -8 inches. So they installed the bottom step like a half step. But that's the importance of being here, is that you can really catch those things while they're happening. This is Blossom. So I'm a little bit nervous about being gone for 3 weeks. Here is something that Kat and I have been fighting over. So we're definitely hitting that relationship challenge. So first off, Kat explained she wanted this area done differently. I thought I understood what she wanted differently. So we added this section here. And it turns out she also wanted another step down here. So got to go back to my contractor and ask for another piece of step, trying to get this area the way she wants it. So, but it is the area as you come down from the upper room and you come out to the pool deck. That's what she wants. So that's what she will get. We won't go any more into details on that conversation. So big stamped patio area here. Over here, we're going to have some lounge chairs. This is the pool. It's a plunge pool. So I want to say it's going to be about maybe 4.5 feet deep or something like that. Steps over here. And then on this side will be a seat, a bench to be able to sit on. This is once again that big palapa. You can see the backside here. They've got to raise up the soil, so they're building a little retaining wall along here. That's going to be, it's just not going to be too tall. So this will be the view from the pool, though, is looking back at the house. That was important for us to have a good kind of the way this all angled together, looking back at the house. So over here, we'll have a barbecue area, pool equipment behind here. And then we'll just have this kind of like the yard. You can go exploring in kind of the old ruins of the yard. But let's go upstairs. Oh, I've got the Palapa. The posts for the Palapa are over here, and those wood beams that I mentioned earlier over here. Kat's working out in her farm area. Let's see if we can see what she's doing. But let's go back upstairs. Blossom, are you hungry? I think it's about Blossom's dinner time. As we're heading up the stairs, I want to just do a quick reminder that you can buy me a coffee or buy me a margarita at any point in time. That helps me keep this channel going. It's quite an endeavor to do a channel like this, especially when I've got a construction project and a full-time job. Those donations, especially the monthly ones, are super helpful. I'm thinking about doing a Patreon community too, where you guys can interact with each other. So go ahead, buy me a coffee, click that link, and do just like a one-time donation, pretty common over there. Or let me know what you think about a Patreon community where it's like a $5 a month donation to support this YouTube channel. Let's continue up the stairs. So the two upstairs rooms are accessible only by the outside staircases, but it will allow us to, if we wanted to, rent these out separately. So there would be a door here with a keypad to get in and out of this room. So this is one of our favorite rooms here. This room is really opened up nicely. It's going to be big. We will have along here some cabinetry, some closets, and then this is that balcony. We're from above the area that they just started building. There'll be a little balcony here on the north side because for the most part, this area stays pretty shaded. The solar panels, these were supposed to be installed on the roof today. I was really excited to show you guys some drone footage of the solar panels being finished, but we'll talk about that when we get up to the roof. So hold please. And Blossom has something to say. What do we have to say, Blossom? Okay, Blossom's getting a little camera shy. So once again, we've got that great view. They'll have, we're going to build some kind of like bar or something here with bar stools so that you can look out over the entire property, which is going to be even more green than it is right now. So we're looking forward to that. Going to have some irrigation work done tomorrow. Just kind of rerunning these irrigation lines to get them out of the construction zone. Yeah, they'll be fixing this up and installing it over this entire area here because, we definitely need some sun protection. And before we go upstairs, we'll just check in here real quick. This is where the internet will be all kind of the brains of this place. Because it's all concrete walls, we have to run a router or a Wi-Fi mesh with one mesh router on each level. And some people have said we really should have two. But so we had to have them run these cables. They'll have cables running downstairs and upstairs to connect those mesh routers together. So we'll have good Wi-Fi across the property. And this area here, they haven't started working on this yet. This area has been pretty much off limits to them because this has been our spot to hang out, is that bathroom. And then this is the bedroom that this is kind of what it looked like before. Some paint samples on the walls. This is going to be, I think it's this room will be one of these bottom colors. I think it's this one here. Kind of, yeah, I'm not sure what color that is. But anyway, this is what it kind of looked like. We sleep on an air mattress here. But this will be opened up like the other rooms with a big sliding glass door here. So it's really this kind of this feel of this indoor, outdoor going on. And all of this kitchen stuff is going to come out of this room. The bathroom here will be completely redone. And we actually just recently had them change this window, and we wanted more light in here. So we asked them to, lower the window, I guess, or make the window bigger by going down further, because we couldn't go wider because of the way it lines up outside with other windows. So they made the bottom of this line up with the windows in the two rooms to the either side. But for some reason, it looks like they took out part of the top of the window now and made it the same size window, just lower down. So I'm gonna have a talk with our contractor. I don't know if this is important enough to have him redo, but we did want more light in this room, and I think we ended up with about the same amount of light. I'm not sure why he did that. Maybe there's a reason, but tell me down in the comments below if you would ask your contractor to open this back up so it's a taller window at this stage during the construction. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, now we go past the future kitchenette. I don't know if I mentioned that that's what this is going to be, is a little kitchenette with a window open that you can serve drinks in and out from the kitchenette, just kind of a mini refrigerator and maybe a microwave and things like that will be shared between these two rooms. So we could, as I mentioned, we could rent out these rooms separately and they'd have a shared bathroom and a shared little mini kitchen. Oh, here is that sink that I mentioned earlier. We got this at 10 to 17. Kat has been watching this and it hasn't sold. So we picked that up for a pretty good price. Okay, coming over this way, we have the new staircase, spiral staircase. If you remember, this room had a really steep staircase going up through the roof right here. And our contractor suggests that we remove that and move it to a spiral staircase outside so we can use more of this room. It really was a good idea. Glad we did it. So the idea of the stairs and the little kitchenette up here, that was from our contractor. We had an architect design the project, and that was Baja Custom Homes. You'll find a link down below to connect with them. But then also Antonio, and you'll find his information down below. He's our contractor. And when he saw the plans, he was like, okay, I want to change the staircase. What do you think of that? And we were like, yeah, we really like that. I want to change the kitchen, the spiral staircase. He had some great ideas, and we've been really happy with him so far. He's hoping that it was done by June 1st. Now the deadline, I had him rewrite the schedule because I was like, okay, I don't feel like we're going to get there by June 1st. And now he's got June 17th. So I really, with the way projects go in Mexico, I don't have any expectation, and nothing is riding on the dates for this project realistically. We just want to finish this summer. So, and we're telling him that, it's okay if things aren't on schedule. I know there's some other people who come down to Mexico and they need their house done on a very specific schedule. Most of them end up staying in an Airbnb or something because things always take longer So far, they haven't cost us any more. Things do cost more. Oftentimes, we're changing things as we go, and we're like, oh, we'd like this to be a little bit different, or this to be more grand, or something like that. So let me know in the comments down below your experience working with contractors. If you've done a renovation of this scale, pass on any advice, things like that. I'd love to hear it. Let's continue with the tour. Let's head upstairs. Okay, like I said, this is the structure for the solar panels that I was really hoping would be filled with solar panels that I could share with you today. But some interesting stuff happened up here that I want to talk about. So first thing is they got this set up. It's going to be 12 solar panels, and each one is just huge. So it's going to be a lot of solar power. I'm going to do a video specifically about the solar for this property. I don't know the specifics, but I've got Bobby. Her contact information will be down below if you're in La Paz or Todos Santos and you're looking for solar installed at your house. She's been super helpful, and we'll have a video interviewing her that really talks specifically about this solar. We've been recording the installation as we go. But they did build this big iron structure, and then this is where the concrete patch you see here is from that center in the hallway down there, which was kind of the center of communications. And anyway, I noticed this is that these two screws are going into patch. And I did call that to their attention. So these are the little things that I don't know if they would have caught that themselves. That their engineer would have seen that and said, oh, wait, we can't do that way. That, originally we planned on screwing this into the concrete roof, which probably was a good idea. But now that there's patch there, it maybe isn't a good idea. So they're planning on, they've already attached it here, but they're planning on attaching it here to the parapet wall. But these are those little things that you find when you're on site every week or every couple of days. But yeah, this will have Starlink coming out on this post. They've definitely come up with a challenging way to do this. It's going to come out to here, up this post, and then they forgot that there was, or they didn't know when they were making this plan, that there's a little jog here. So somehow it's going to come up this post inside, go over here, come all the way along here, and then make another jog, come down and come out the back side of this, so that Starlink is on the north side of the solar panels. And it'll be sitting off, so it doesn't block the solar panels, but the solar panels also don't block the Starlink. So yeah, I'm just trusting that it will work. Over on this side, this comes out here, and we decided we would just go ahead and keep things simple and put the Wi-Fi router over here, which will kind of serve the whole yard area. So hopefully that works. Instead of putting it over here, which was the original plan, it just seems like it's a lot of work. So that is the house tour. It's exciting to see. It's very scary to leave behind. I will be coming back. I gotta make sure I'm not getting blinded too much by the sun as it's coming down, setting in the sky here in Todos Santos. But tell me what you think. Do you think we're really about 2 months from finishing up this project? I'm a little bit nervous that we're going to be going longer than the schedule, but we've got the furniture coming in around the 3rd week of June, so hopefully most of it will be completed by that time. But I know there seems to be an awful lot of work. I saw that there were more guys on site today. They work half days on Saturdays, so there seem to be more guys here doing more tasks. There was more material here for them to work on, so maybe things are going to speed up from this point. But yeah, tell me what you think of the progress. Tell me what you think of the potential for the future progress, and tell me if you're ready to book the Airbnb, because we're ready to start having some income flowing from this project. We're also excited to be hanging out here in Todos Santos when it's not rented. So it kind of works both ways. If it's rented, we'll be able to breathe a sigh of relief because we're able to afford this project. And if it's not rented, we'll come over and enjoy it. Maybe we'll rent out the place in La Paz. That's another great thing to talk about down in the comments, is whether you think we should rent out the place in La Paz. So we are going to hit the road in a couple of days here. This is a really quick turnaround video. Oftentimes my videos take maybe months and months, 6 months, 7 months sometime to release, between the point when I record them and the point that I release them. But this is a one-day thing. So this was just recorded yesterday if you're watching this the day it was released. So more videos up here for you. Video from the house in La Paz. I'm not doing an update video this year because very little has changed. Or down here, we're going to have a video from when we first bought this place so you can see the before images. So from Todos Santos, wish you were here. Hasta luego.